folks, my name is Polis Ranger. Today, we are going to talk about Screen Fortress 2017, gimmicks and boss ideas. Now, obviously enough though, you guys requested more Screen Fortress, I will provide it. Now, to know about what ideas we could put through, we need to look at the old updates. Specifically, look at the first one. The first update introduced Harvest, the first Halloween map, some Halloween cosmetics, and, obviously enough though, not on a noisy phone, a ghost. The second update introduced the horseless headless horseman. He was a pain, but he was also scary. Believe me, he was. We also were introduced with a second boss with the third update, which also introduced at Harvest another map, not Harvest, and a comic to go along with it, and information about the Demo Man and Marasmus. Then we had the next update, which introduced Marasmus himself, magic spells, the Wheel of Fate, and Wave 666. That was just hell on earth. The next update introduced spellbooks, which were very cool. Everyone loved them. We were also introduced with Hell Tower, the Witching Hour, and the Skeletons, and the Skeleton King was kind of a boss, but not real. The next update we were introduced with Bumper Car Madness, Marasmus yet again, and obviously enough though, Doomsday event was quite cool with a giant hammer. Then obviously, the next update, a comic, Miraz Missions, gargoyle cases, and just many cool things. And there was that other update, but we're not going to talk about it because it isn't worth talking about, really. These 7 updates were pretty much good and great, and everyone enjoyed them. Not the 8th one, it was terrible. So, let's start with boss ideas. So, some people thought that the bread monster would be an ideal boss to have in Team Fortress 2, as he was introduced in the Love and War update, the SFM expiration date. Now, as much as that would be cool, fighting a giant bread, that would be interesting. Now, yet again, it does make sense as it is in the TF2 lore. But how would it spawn? Would it spawn from a teleporter, a soldier teleporting bread? That would be funny and hilarious in its own way. But indeed, that would be a good one. Now, what about bosses we haven't thought of yet? Well, we could have, let's say, it's quite difficult, a flying demon, perhaps, that Marasmus has spawned in, and we have to fight this demon and kill it. Similar to how Marasmus spawns in the center of the point when a truce is called in. Because, do you remember the days when the truce wasn't in the game, and you were trying to kill the one boss to get the achievement, but these players kept griefing you, or the tryhards kept killing you when you're trying to get it? Well, I'm happy that we have the truce. But yeah, I would agree though, we need more boss fights, particularly ones where both teams have to fight together to stop it. Now, bosses are quite hard yet again, you have to think of trying to balance it, but yet again though, it's all about encoding. But yeah, why keep saying again? You know what, just add a boss valve, that's what we need. Either give us the bread monster, a flying demon, a witch, anything that you can think of. But what do you guys think? But you're probably asking to me, well, what abilities would the bread monster have? Because you got to think of what the attacks they would be. You can't just say, put this monster in. Well, if we're looking at the bread monster, he could either have his tendrils slap you across the map, eat you alive, which will end up causing maybe an instant kill or an increased damage, or spawn in breadlings, which they'll end up attacking you if you don't deal with. Actually, that is pretty good, actually. And he could probably spawn in out of some hellish teleporter. Yes. There we go, first idea for the bread monster. Someone make that happen. Anyone? No? Ah, bugger it. But still, Good idea though. Now what about you guys? Do you have any ideas for any monsters or bosses for TF2? Obviously enough though, it has to fit the lore and everything, or the theme of the game. Now, gimmicks. Now, what I'm talking about things like gimmicks like spell books or the Wheel of Fate, or, you know, small little things here and there. Now, if I was going to think of new spells, this would probably be an interesting one. Now, I would love to see maybe a short electric attack type of spell, similar to the flamethrower spell, where you launch no, fireball spell, there we go. But you launch, instead of like the big electric ball, you just launch a short range electricity at your enemies, which stuns them for a bit. How about, let's say, spawning the HHH, but a smaller version of him that does half the damage? That would be kind of interesting, that would be. What other type of spells could we have? Maybe the ability to disguise. That would be kind of cool. What ideas do you guys have? Because thinking about spells would be kind of difficult. Now, obviously, I would love to see the return to the Wheel of Fate. There was one community map that actually did bring that back. I would actually like to see a new one. Or how about a Halloween version of the MVM maps? But yet again, that would be kind of pointless because Wave 6.6 would do it. But yet again, new Wave 6.6 maps would be cool. Now, obviously enough though, what other things? Halloween themed weapons, come on. And maybe the way to earn them is with the Miraz missions. That is a good opportunity. Think about it really. If you get, usually when you finish a Miraz mission, you usually just get the regular cosmetics. I think they should add in a special keyless crate, or a case where you can get Halloween themed weapons just by completing the contracts and getting the bonus ones. Plus the cases, the regular case as well. That would be fun and cool. And I would love to see the potions to return again. You know, there's many things I want to return to the game and I want to see back. But only time can tell. We just gotta get through this Pyro update first. But with that said, I appreciate all the support you would give me. I will upload as soon as possible. Thank you very much for watching, and comment down below your boss ideas and